What's up, guys? I know most of my videos that I put out, I try to instill some motivation in you guys, bring you positive vibes. Oftentimes, though, going through my head is just keeping it real with you. It's kind of hard to hold on to some truths and not let them be known. You know, it's real easy to go through life with the blinders on and pretend everything is bliss, nothing ever happens, everything is ordinary, nothing's extraordinary. That's easy. You know, a lot of people that are afraid to lose their platforms, and a lot of people that are fake, who have to rely upon scamming you and bullshitting you constantly, claim that they're afraid of their reputation, to be honest. Or on the flip side, or the B side rather, some of these people know about it, they just turn a blind eye to it because the money is too good. No knock on those people, you do what you gotta do. I, for one, can't go to sleep at night knowing that I know truths and I'm just gonna keep them to myself. Because, like with everything, if I can just change one life to understand and to wake up, then of course that means I'm doing my job here on earth. So, as we all know, this past Monday, African-American gentleman up in Minnesota had cops put a knee on his neck. Solely one cop drove it in. I saw bits and pieces of it. You know, I stay pretty busy in my own world, and my condolences goes out to his family and those that, you know, are going to suffer from his loss. Most importantly, his kids are going to go fatherless throughout their life. I know exactly what that feels like. I got to watch the entire video yesterday. 8 minutes this guy spent driving his knee through his throat. A few onlookers took videos of it. He was so relentless in doing so. And it struck a chord. There's got to be a tipping point, people, where I'm not going to incite violence and I'm not going to tell you what to do. But you're holding a camera, watching a guy slowly die. I'm not saying you're an accomplice. I'm not saying anything negative. But at some point, the 5 of you, the 10 of you, the 20 of you, the 2 of you need to put your cameras down or give them to someone else and stop that perpetrator from taking a life. Again, I'm not inciting violence, and I'm not saying you should do exactly that. If I was there, that's something I would be thinking about. Because just rolling footage doesn't save his life. However, it will do him justice. But unfortunately, I had to lose his life for this to be exposed. So it's very sad and it's very tragic. Now, that being said, you know, these aren't the views of Chaos Nutrition. These are the views of myself, Big Rob. I try to stay out of the whole race, religion, all that good stuff, and politics, because it just breeds negativity. I try to vibe at a higher positivity and just do good for a lot of people, including myself and family. But like I said, when this stuff comes to the forefront and, you know, I see it, you can't unsee shit. So, for me, I also saw a video today of an individual who resembles a police officer. His ex-wife says, no doubt about it, that's him. The video shows this individual going around an AutoZone in the hood, cracking out windows with a hammer, all tacticaled out in black gear with a gas mask and an umbrella. A few of the bystanders, the people in that area, that neighborhood, approach him, and he appears to be walking away. He even tells the one African-American gentleman that he wants to fight him. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you, even with blinders on, you see shit like this, you got to start asking the questions why. Now, you don't have to. You know what I mean? You can live your life vicariously, just, tiptoeing through the tulips and wondering about when your football team's coming back. But at some point in your life, you got to start asking the questions. You're really good at reading the labels on nutrition facts and looking at the black and white, making sure everything fits in your macros, and you're getting your PRs on this and that, but the world around you is just crumbling. Now, it doesn't affect you unless you find yourself in that position, but it can happen to anybody at any point in time. Sadly, that's the world we live in, and it shouldn't be that way. But it's been that way since I was a kid, growing up in the hood in upstate New York, man. Nothing has changed. The narrative stays the same. So where was I going with all that? Well, I don't know. There's a lot of unanswered questions. You're the cop. Someone's filming you. You don't have the wherewithal to ease up on the guy's neck. I mean, there's 10 people filming you. At some point, wouldn't you think, unless you're maniacal, diabolical, what I'm doing is absolutely wrong. And the guy pissed himself and he's bleeding all over the place and you're still applying pressure. A cop comes over, checks his pulse, says he doesn't have one, you're still applying pressure. You gotta ask the question. Really? On top of that one, you got a cop, and he's not the only one. Let me tell you, he's not the only one going around knocking out windows. Mr. George Soros, he likes to bust people in from other cities and stage protests because he pays them to protest. Yep, that's factual. Look it up. It happened right here in Phoenix. So guys, you got to do your homework. I'm not telling you to take the red pill. I'm not telling you to take the blue pill. But if you don't think they would sacrifice one man, one African-American man, God rest his soul, to push their agenda, just ask yourself. They just sacrificed over 100,000 people to push an agenda. Now, you can have your opinion on it. You can call me whacked out conspiracy theorist, but I've got videos to prove it. I've got facts and evidence that supports my theory, because your theory is a theory as well. You're not factual. Snopes isn't factual. And so, I didn't really mean this to be a political rant, but more so a wake-up talk. That even though I sell supplements, even though I'm a prior service U.S. Marine, even though I'm an Eagle Scout growing up, football coach, father, all the above, you still have to ask these questions, because you can't unsee shit. And if you're complicit with it and you're not asking these questions, you're a part of the problem. Period. Because sheep are controlled by the herders. And as long as you keep believing in that narrative and you're not going to ask that question, then I guess ignorance is bliss. But my life has a whole lot more value than just slinging supplements, posting workout videos, showing you what I eat, and pretending that that's life in a nutshell. It's not. There's more to it. I'm a well-rounded individual. I study many things. I suggest you do the same. If you don't, that's fine. That's up to you. Everyone's got their own way of life. And I never, ever want to impede on someone else's life or, try to brainwash someone into believing what I believe in. I just say, don't believe a word I'm saying. Think of this as theatrics or a comic. Go out there and do your research and your homework and come to your own conclusions. This is purely just me trying to inform you and wake you up. And get out there, do your own homework. If you're too lazy and too tired to do the homework and you're okay with going through life because it doesn't affect you, that's fine. chances are it won't affect you. But when it does, some of us don't want to hear it at that point, because we've already done our due diligence to help. And once you wake up at that point, it's great that you're awake, but we've already kind of blown past you. We got to keep moving forward, because that's still the mantra. No matter whether it's politics, religion, fear, supplements, weightlifting, working your 9 to 5, it's always moving forward. There's nothing wrong with a progressive mindset. Not a progressive mindset that they're trying to sell you, but a progressive mindset of always trying to be better and do better. Educate yourself, learn, through an audio book, through YouTube, whatever it might be. You're educating yourself right now by spending a few minutes with me. Ask the questions that are serious and important. If it doesn't add up, if it doesn't look right, if it doesn't smell right, if it doesn't walk right, it's probably not right. And before you find yourself in a precarious situation, educate yourself, because that becomes ammunition for your mind, body, and your soul to live this life. Not just with blinders on, but to open and understand your mind, to realize that, we're not in Kansas anymore. It's not all rainbows and unicorns. Things do happen. Things aren't planted. People do have agendas. And I'm going to leave you with that thought. Do your homework. You gotta lift up the veil a little bit and look behind the curtain. You can't just watch the performance, let it be fed to you, and then walk away with whatever they just fed you. Remember, if it's on television, there's a very good chance that it's not real. It's because they're using telepathic programming through your vision to change your outlook on your life. That's what a television does. It's frequencies, it's waves. Have a look, do your homework, come up with your own conclusions, even in this story. God bless the family. God bless this country, that we can hopefully someday pull our heads out of our asses and realize that a lot of this is agenda driven. And do your homework, do your research. It's a lot. Take the time, spend a little time, a few hours a day, and do your homework, do due diligence. Keep asking those questions. Keep doing whatever it takes. Stay right or die for your circle. It'll see you through.